answer the part, apart from the leaders? Some of you here, would you be able to? And that's the thing. If you go to church and you are listening to a very strong pastor, what do? You take your book and you start writing the verses in the Bible he's talking about, isn't it?
Sure.
I know Psalm 121, I lift my eyes up to the hills, from whence cometh my help. I know Psalm 91, I know Psalm 23, I know Psalm 20. Those are my favorite Psalms. You, a Tesconite, which part of the Constitution legitimizes your position in Tescon? What part of the Constitution of the NPP makes you know that you belong to the right party? For me, I'm a JB Dankwa activist. So if you open the Constitution of the NPP, that first page, you see,
sure,
the side there that tells you that we are a freedom-fighting party. It's my favorite verse. Individual what? Libertarianism, individual liberties. We grow on individual liberties to grow us as individuals. That is my belief. So I have learnt it. I use it everywhere I go. Please, I want you to do the same. Treat your belonging to the NPP as an ideology and as a belief. And if something is an ideology or a belief, you would become passionate about it. I will tell you what has brought me this far is my love and my passion for the party. Finished. There's nothing else. Because I love and I'm passionate about what I do for the party, everywhere I go, people listen to me and I seem to just be moving. I haven't done anything. People have this idea about godfatherism and etc. in the party. And I keep telling them that no, as an individual, what have you yourself done to grow in the party? What have you done? I wasn't looking for favor. I was just working. I was just working on my faith, on my belief that NPP is what? Is the best party for Ghana. Are you convinced? Are you convinced? And it shouldn't be about what I tell you. It should be about what you yourself see, what you read and you understand. What do you understand about free SHS? What do you understand about the 1D1F? What do you understand about the digitization drive? What do you understand about the many beautiful policies that the NPP has put in place? Starting from ex-President Kufuor's time. What do you understand about the health insurance? What are all these policies supposed to do for every citizen of Ghana? Have you read about it? Have you understood it? Are you convinced? If you have questions about it, have you asked about those questions so that you are even more well informed? This is what it is about today. Because if you have asked, if you have found out, if you have investigated, you know what it does to you? It makes you more resilient. So you support each other. You read, you communicate about your own policies. And then you also build a what? A stronger resilience for your party. I like today's topic very much. Food and sanitary bank. Very, very important. You know why it is important? It is important because all fingers are not what? Are not equal. It's not the same. We as a party started on a certain premise. We started on the premise that what? Everybody in the party is what? Is equal. We should all have the same chance to what? To develop ourselves. That the individual's right to freedom is dependent on what? Is dependent on equality. One of the most important things about free SHS for me, and if you read it, free SHS is bridging the gap between what? The have and the have not. Sure. It is taking away the inequality in our system because it is giving everybody, no matter where you come from, the ability to do what? To have that extra 3 years of education and to continue further into the investment. You can't deny that. No matter the problems with free SHS, it is doing that. It is bridging the inequality gap in our society, and we should never allow anybody to argue against that. Now, if we have that, if we have such a beautiful policy, what does it speak to? So you come to university, what can you do as an individual to further bridge that inequality gap? I think some of these things that Saida and her executives are putting together is beautiful. A food and sanitary bank. You are given an opportunity for other individuals who do not have to belong to TESCON. Please, you should encourage them. You should help them to build it. We can do all that we want to do. I can attend your functions, I can send you money, but if you yourselves as individuals do not hold and support each other, it's baseless. If another TESCOnite cannot walk to your room and you give the person food, water, and help, believe me, you have failed. You have failed. Today, that is what our society is about. We all want a shoulder to what? To lean on. It's not really, it has been a challenge. Maybe people haven't really come to the realization that more women should be in leadership. It's not about that, but I think that one of the main things, and we always talk about it, is women themselves. How many women want to take leadership positions, you know? I mean, vis-a-vis the fact that women are given opportunity to be leaders, would you be willing to take a leadership position? And I think this stems from upbringing, domestic roles being confused with gendered roles and with your ability to do it or not to be able to do it. So I think those are the main reasons why, but it does not say that there are lots of women leaders. Perhaps what they don't do is they don't come out to tell their stories or to actually be in the limelight when they take on leadership positions. I know quite a number of women who are CEOs, occupy very good positions in their workplaces, but perhaps they don't speak about it. So I think now there's more awareness, there's social media, and there's a lot more, you know, fight for women to occupy more spaces. Yeah.
When I was just listening to it affecting women leadership.
I haven't had the experience, and at least in my role in the New Patriotic Party, I've been very fine. Yes, I have heard some young ladies talk about their stories, and I empathize with them. I think it's so wrong that for wanting to occupy a certain position, you have to undergo such, you know, situations. Yes, to a large extent, it does affect a lot of people's desire or willingness, because then the perception goes out, whether it's right or it's wrong, it spreads and it scares other women from then striving, you know, to realize their full potential. So yes, it's true, there are some underlying issues when it comes to sexual harassment in workplaces and in women that strive for certain positions that we have to deal with as a society.
So what specifically?
About advocacy, engagement, discussion. How do you advise our own young ladies and women who want to go into positions to deal with such situations? How do we engage further, you know? Because I think that a lot of these things, of course, if you've spoken to young ladies, if you are mentoring them and etc., I think they are also able to go into spaces knowing what to expect, how to manage themselves and how to deal with it. I also think it comes with workplace ethics, you know, and rules and codes, you know, of conduct, so that people understand that you just can't get away with harassing somebody freely, you know. So we need to enforce some of these things, workplace conduct and ethics and codes of work, such that if people go to that extent and harass people, they know that they'll face certain punitive measures. It will definitely make people be more careful about how they go about such things. Yeah.
The last one, even the regional elections, there were instances where they were not doing the opportunity to vote, and even the national elections.
I think those are challenges that we experience everywhere. I think that it comes from how, as a party, we are going to ensure that our database issues are more rigorous, more organized, so that in the future we don't go through such challenges anymore. So if you have databases where you have proper records, and accountability, systems to ensure that when people are registered as TESCOnites, the databases that are in Ashanti, the databases that are across the different regions can be merged with the national databases and etc. We have database for our delegates and etc. I think that we should make sure that we have strengthened our systems, our IT systems, so that which is also within TESCON is what is captured. Then we wouldn't have issues, we wouldn't have distortions where the TESCON leadership comes with one, the region has a different, the nationals. Those are where some of the challenges and limitations are. But that said, it shouldn't be a ground or a basis for disenfranchising anyone. So in the future, we are going to make sure that we do it well. Pleasure.
What's inspired me or what's motivated me to bring up something like this is since I assumed office till date, I get complaints day in, day out. Almost every week, people test me. Sometimes around 10 p.m., someone will test me. Wukom, I've not eaten. If you have anything, any little thing you have, if you give it to me, I'll be very grateful. The next day, another person will come in. Wukom, my parents are really facing financial crisis, and then I don't have a lot to cater for myself. I'm really in difficult situation. So anything you give me, I'll appreciate it. And then not one person, not 2 person or 3. Day in, day out. So I was inspired by bringing up something like this on board. That is the little I can to, help them, because since the outbreak of COVID-19, parents or people have not been able to incur what they've lost. So doing something small like this, I believe, can help in diverse ways. Yeah.
Many of your members are suffering from hunger.
It's doing well, but it's not enough. Yeah. So that's why we are also bringing this on board to, help in what the government is doing already.
So how will this go along to help your members?
Oh, for me, I believe this will really help because most especially in this period that we are launching it, getting to next week we are starting exams. Most people are in serious financial crisis. They don't have their food stuffs, their provisions are finished. Yeah, so I believe bringing this on board will help solve so many problems.
So that don't get enough support from the government?
Oh, the government, as I said earlier, the government is doing its best. The government is doing well, but I believe that bringing this on board will help, the good works that the government is already doing.
So what items or what food items are you?
Oh, provisions like rice, oil, tin tomatoes, sanitary items like pad, toilet roll, and many more.
So apart from this, what other strategies are you going to adopt to make sure that your TESCON?
Yes, this is the first time something like this is happening in TESCON KNUST, and I hope and believe that this has come to stay. Fortunately for me, my current deputy is going to succeed me. She won her election. She's the one standing right beside me. Yeah. So I'm going to help her to be able to continue with whatever I've started. She has been in this administration and she's experienced. She has seen the kind of problems we faced and a whole lot. So she'll be in the best position to continue. And even if I complete, I'm not going to turn my back because of the love I have for the party. I'm going to continue helping her to succeed in her administration. And I want her to be able to perform better than I have done.
So
yeah.
What are the challenges you face as TESCON here?
Come again?
Are there some of the challenges that you face as TESCON here?
Yeah, this is one of the problems we face. Yeah, financial difficulty, and that's why we brought this on board. Aside that, I don't know any other.
Often, during the elections, TESCON is mostly denying their right to vote.
Oh, I'm not worried because issues have been solved. Yeah, it was due to some unforeseen circumstance. Yeah.
So anything that you want to say?
So I would like to call on all government stakeholders, philanthropists, and all those who have attained higher positions to come on board and support this project. Yeah, it's a very good project. I believe it's going to help. It's going to help in diverse ways. It's going to help people, and then people are going to really appreciate it because people are facing a lot. Sometimes if you are in your comfort zone, you might not know how others are feeling. Yeah, so they should come on board and support this good project for us. and I believe it's going to help Ghana be a better place for us all.
But then this is for only TESCON members.
No, we are not focusing on only TESCON members, but majority will be for our members. But if any other person comes in, we are going to support the person.
Poverty alleviation. Princess, right?
Yes, please.
So, Princess,
Princess Esinam Adevo. Princess Esinam.
okay. So, what?
A very, very, very great program. I'm so proud of her initiative because, like she said, all fingers are not equal. So this will give room for those TESCONers who are physically challenged to be also to have opportunity to basic food. You get to talk to some girls on campus and you see that food is very difficult for them to find. So this is a very great initiative. My prayer is that as she has started, it will continue to be of help in the future. This is a very great initiative.
She said that a lot of...
It's very, very severe actually. So I remember when we came in first year, I have this roommate of mine, so definitely she was not in any political party at the moment, and she was facing very difficult times with food. But I think, yeah, she joined TESCON when she was in second year, but the food bank was not there, so she was still facing this problem of getting food on a daily basis. I help her when I have the means to help her, and when I don't have, I leave. So I think this program will come and so many people on campus like her, they are facing the same issue, just that they've not talked to people about it, they've not opened up. So this program brought by the UCOM will help provide food for these people because it's very, very important on campus. Students are going through a lot, especially the ladies.
We're grateful.
Please, I'm Jennifer Usua, and I'm reading political science here. I'm in final year, and I commend Saida Noni, who is the Women's Commissioner, for what she has done. Actually, it's not easy. Many of us here, I'm a victim. We are facing some challenges and many things, as in sometimes what to eat and all this stuff. So I commend her for this opportunity that she has given to the TESCON ladies, and may God bless her. And I'm ensuring all the students, or speaking this to them, that they should all try to apply for the sanitary and the bank, so that they'll get the foods and all the stuffs to at least cut some stuffs or their expenses on campus. So may God bless Aida, and long live TESCON KNUST, long live Ghana. Thank you all for this opportunity.